all of that, plus some wire wheeling, just to put this guy back on. Of course, the surface is not all that even. I assume that some way, somehow, the original one snapped off. So I've just got to come up with the correct positioning of this new one. Of course, the spring retainer must go on the inside, so it's got to sit there. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way on this, other than that it just needs to be there. At the very least, there's plenty of room in there to, fill that up with weld. So my task now, because I lack a welder, is to find a local fabrication shop or neighbor or someone sympathetic to my plight who will just, chock that full of weld and get this thing firmly attached. And that'll allow me to put the brake pieces on. This is the whole thing that's been holding me back for a couple weeks now, and that's why there's been so much. I don't want to call it filler content, but just a lot of BS episodes thus far that are just more blogging than progress. But anyways, I will find someone to tack that sucker on for me. Probably give this thing now that it's mostly clean, I'll give it a quick sympathetic coat of maybe Rust-Oleum, I don't know. I don't know if it needs the same high temp stuff as the brake. Maybe it should get the same high temperature stuff as the brake drum, but working on it. Well, we're at the end of another day. Got new plugs and wires in. Probably should have done that first. Unfortunately, the set I got, they're a little bit short. They stretch, but they fit. And I can't get the coil wire replaced because someone moved the coil into the cab. So I'm going to have to relocate the thing back to the side of the engine where it should go. But anyways, we didn't get to fire it up today, but new plugs, new wires, maintenance step, should have been done from the start. That's done. Gas tank. Gas tank is finally reinstalled, got a new cinder on there. The strap is not ideal, but should be functional. But the fitting on the bottom is plumbed back in. That was kind of a pain, honestly. This new tank, the bottom is not exactly straight. The fitting was not welded on level and straight. It was kind of off at an angle and we couldn't see it. And we have a hard line under there and we could not see just how that fit. So that was an adventure. I need to do some painting. I planned to do the painting on that, and I didn't get to it yet, but I need to really push forward on that because all the rest of the brake parts are here. We've even got them kind of assembled here. Whew. So, most notably on this backing plate, got real lucky with a local fab shop. It was towards the end of the business day anyways, but he looked at it. I told him I just need, just a quick tack on there or just a quick plug weld, and he just, scoffed. He was like, and I just grabbed it, took it, welded it up. That should be sufficient. And now this backing plate is ready to go again. Then I had to learn how drum brakes work because I've been a Honda guy for a while. And I am used to, I guess, the disc brakes. I had all disc brakes on the old Civic. So I had to learn how drum brakes work and how to set this up. And it's mostly just kind of pieced together. It's not actually, the spring's not on. It's not ready to go. It's all going to come off in a minute anyways. But backing plate for the parking brake is it's all here now, finally, for the first time in I don't know how many years. Got the janky gasket ready to go. Good progress. Tomorrow, I think, we're going to add some gas to the tank, get all the air out of the system, and see if we can just get the thing to run. That's been the most frustrating thing, is that we can't get it to just start up and run. But if it won't start and run the way we want to, if we can't get it running and idling, I'll go ahead and move on to the brakes. Again tonight, if I have the energy, I may try to do a quick spray. I need to get the high temp primer, which I know I've got some. I just can't put my hands on it. And that's kind of the story of my life with every tool and all kinds of stuff that I've got. So, yes, progress. Again, do something every day on this Jeep. You know what they say? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I've been maybe moving a little bit too fast. Okay. Let me not say it that way. Because we're several episodes in at this point, and it still doesn't just run reliably. It just doesn't start up and run and idle. And that's frustrating. But I guess I did say from the start, you know, you're viewing the video, you're subscribing to watch a guy put one of these old things back together the wrong way. And you can learn from my mistakes. Don't do it this way.
The next morning.
She is smoking like a chimney, but she's running. Well, guys, I thought the theme for this thing was I don't know, but I guess the theme should be success and failure. She'll run with choke. She'll start with choke. Doesn't run real well, but only with choke. So. Give it the beans. Parts falling everywhere. No smoke. Ah, guys, check it out. We got 30 pounds of oil pressure. Amp meter looks good. Temperature's been pretty good. I didn't get around to swapping out the thermostat, but temperature looks good. It runs and it kind of sounds like it should. But if I put this very, very temperamental thing down here, the idle stop, I can just about stop it in its tracks. And that's all with the choke on. If I open the choke, it dies. That is the state of that. So right now, we have finally solved the fuel delivery problems. Other than that, it's parked on a hill with a downward slope, and you got to put a lot of gas in there, 2 gallons-ish at least. But fuel delivery is solved. We have a carburetor issue. It's not supposed to have that much slop in it. Bah, too much stuff. I let my stuff get cluttered again. Didn't I just fix this in a video or two ago? Threw the grill on just for looks, but also in order to facilitate the... I'm not being a good videographer today, am I? In order to facilitate the testing and making sure we're doing things right of this video, got a compression tester, just a generic, what's it called? Blue driver off of Amazon. It was, recommended. I'm pretty sure it's made in China, like many things are these days, but this thing works great, honestly. It did just what I needed it to do. So the compression numbers came out. Of course the light goes off. This is, I'm trying to get a couple pieces of paper. So, cylinder 1, 120, 2, 115, 3 and 4, 110. I was real happy with that. I was very happy with that. Oh, guys. It took how many episodes to get it just running like this? Just put that grill back on to make it look more like a Jeep instead of a hunk of junk. I'm tired, guys. That's about it for now. Oops, wait, here I am from the future going to add one little bit of segment here that I did not really get a video of. The brake drum did get its coat of paint as intended. The backing plate, of course, did also get that coat of primer and paint as intended. Bake at 200 degrees for 1 hour or something like that. And in the end, you get a beautiful product that basically looks brand new. It's all in the prep work. And back to the video wherever I was. Except, oh dang, I had to walk by him. I'll mention it. The brakes. The backing plate basically looks brand new. And so does the emergency brake drum. I may try to put those on tomorrow along with the rest of the little bits and pieces. But that's it for this one. It runs, it lives again, and it doesn't smoke.